Alright, there we go. I'm not even gonna bother dropping this game into the other spots. Alright. Welcome into the stream, guys. This is the second stream I had to do since the first stream was a bit of a technical difficulty situation. However, we fixed the problem. I actually learned more on ways of like how to fix the problem. So we're back, and we're playing some Pokemon Shining Pearl. As you can see, there's a new layout, and as you can see on the bottom, there's some new there's some Pokemon down there. That is the team right now. As soon as we start getting Pokemon to replace members of the team down there, or as soon as certain team members evolve, I'll be replacing those Pokemon with the Pokemon that's correct for them. So yeah. With that out of the way, Eterna City. That's the city I'm in now. Alright. So this time we're just gonna do the same thing we've been doing every other stream and just stream it for a couple hours. Now there's something I wanted to shout out here in the beginning. Also, if you guys could let me know how the vocals sound on my mic's end, that would be great. Just trying to make sure that I sound good. If I do need to get a bite, I can actually get a bite in this game. Just not sure what to get. I'm hoping that if there are any like voice, like audio problems in terms of like my mic. Like, hold on, let me just pull up the stream real quick on my phone. Ba 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 ba. Testing, testing, 1, 2, testing, testing, test, test, test. I'm not gonna lie, the phone method is not it to check with that. I'm gonna pull the stream up on a tab. Test, test, 1, 2, test, test. We sound good? We sound good? Alright. Sounds like we sound good. I'm just gonna assume we do. The last stream I did when I was like figuring shit out and then decided to shut that down, that stream had like some vocal problems, and I think the reason was because the desktop audio button on my OBS thing, that was on, so I went in and muted it. So I wonder if that had anything to do with like all that. Alright, well, with the last time I played on here, the second gym, I went and did the second gym. So I guess this time we're gonna go through this place. Okay. I had a feeling. I'm out of getting a double battle. Now, I will admit as well, when I set everything up for this overlay, something else I went and did is I downloaded this thing called Stream Elements, and I'm really hoping that that actually helps with like something on the stream. You know what I mean? Okay, I'm gonna switch to Luxio for Jerry and use Wing Attack on the Worm. Instead of naming these after Pokemon, I'm gonna start. It's gonna be like Block 1. Block 2. Oh, did not remove that one. We named it. Block 3. Alright, and then Spark the Zubat, Wing Attack the Casper. Cool, cool, cool. Let me finish up with this stuff. Slot 4. Slot 5. Last one. Block 6. Alright, cool, cool, cool. That way I can just leave those open like at all times and then just keep them as part of the setup, and then whenever I need to update a picture of some kind, I can just delete that picture off my computer, which will automatically wipe the picture off of the setup. And then all I'll have to do after that is just download, like, Google search the same thing I did when getting these pictures, download the PNG of those, and then just add them to the thing, and then it should automatically be like in the place I need it to as well, which will be really nice. It'll be in the same position as the ones that are currently there. So it'll be a lot less work going forward as well, which is a massive W for me. Now that I know how to do this, I set up 2 different overlays for Pokemon games. This is one of them. This is the one for like live streams that I plan on using. And then I have another one that I plan on using for like anytime I want to do a YouTube video with this kind of setup. Like with Gen 10, for example. Let's say I want to do, I just want to start recording like Gen 10 with the other setup, like if I can get the Gen 10 games, because I'm assuming that those will be the first Pokemon games that are exclusive to Switch 2, which I do not have a Switch 2 and don't really plan on buying one anytime soon, to be quite honest. Just throwing that out there. But yeah. I'm noticing a lot of bug and flying type Pokemon with these guys' teams. Makes me glad I have Luxio and Staravia here. I don't want to use a Staraptor on this team because I used the Staraptor on my Brilliant Diamond team, and I'm trying to use different team members. Luxray is available to stick around with, like as a permanent team member. I don't know if I want to do that, to be honest. But yeah, Luxio and Staravia are definitely going to stick around for like early game progress until I get Pokemon that's good to replace them. Alright. Focus energy? Nah, I'm good. Honestly, this is kind of a test stream for, like, if I want to use this type of thing for Legends ZA, for those streams. If you notice the background of the layout, you'll notice it's of that one shot from the Legends ZA trailer. I'd have to move the gameplay box around, but you could, if you look behind it, if you look closely enough, you can actually see the Eiffel Tower, like the Prism Tower back there. And, yeah. Oh my lord, you're kidding, right? Oh, cool. He's a level 19. Okay. Silcoon? Alright. Not really a fan of using a Pokemon that's poisoned, but pretty sure I can just one-tap everything this person has anyways. It was not too big of a deal. Alright. Yeah, still poison. Oh, I meant to switch. Yeah. Switch to Luxio. Okay. Yeah, it's so weird now with, like, my phone and all that, because, like, it's weird that, like, I just saw something on my phone, which is why I'm talking about this. But, like, I downloaded Reddit a few years ago, back when I was, like, late middle school, early high school-ish. I think it was actually during lockdown, I downloaded Reddit. And I set up an account because I wanted to be a content creator. And I wanted to have, like, a place for my community. Oh, wow, we're already to this part. We're already to Jupiter. Okay. This is Jupiter, right? Yes. Zubat. Alright. But, that's what I was saying. I set up a Reddit account a while back because I wanted to create a subreddit, because I remember seeing content creators with subreddits where they would make entire videos just reacting to the subreddit. And I thought that was a really cool idea. It brings your community together, it gives them a good place to interact with each other, and it gives me free content that I can react to, you know what I mean? So I just liked the idea of creating a subreddit. So I downloaded Reddit on my phone and I made an account. After I did that, I quickly found out that I couldn't even set up a subreddit yet because my account needed to be at least 30 days old. So I was like, okay, I'll just put Reddit to the side, and I'll come back to this app once I, you know what I mean? I'll come back to this app once the 30 days is done, once my account is 30 days old, and then I'll create that subreddit and bibbidi-boppidi-boo, you know what I mean? And then several months passed, and it got to a point where I just forgot to do the subreddit stuff. So what I decided to do instead and you missed. Well, it has flamethrower and your poison, so we're not letting you battle anymore. Huh. I could predict a no, let me get Cricketune out of the battle. Although I could sacrifice it to get some extra chip off. Okay, Intimidate. But, like, I don't remember if I kept the app for all those years and then just forgot to use it. Or what. Or if I just, like, deleted the app and then reinstalled it later. But either way, at some point later down the line, I ended up going back to Reddit like a few months after I graduated high school. So, a few months after I graduated, I go back on the Reddit app. And this is around the time where I'm starting to get back into grinding Warframe. And so I'm tuned. I didn't follow or like stay. I didn't do anything to stay connected to the Warframe subreddit. But what I did do was what I did do was I went onto that Warframe subreddit so often that the app just automatically notified me whenever it thought I was interested in a certain post. So every now and then I would just get a notification from Reddit showing me a post someone put on there. And so I would open it, right? Which that was fine. Until one day I was, okay, really? One day I was, what's it called? One day I was playing Warframe. I found a guy in the trade chat who had like a few prime sets that I wanted. So I reached out to him and I was like, yo, how much for these prime sets that I want? And he goes, what's your budget? Which off of that alone, I felt like there was some suspicion. Like, what do you mean, what's my budget? So I take that as like, okay, so you want me to like set a price or something? So I just throw down Warframe market prices. I wasn't really sure like what type of number to put down. I just said Warframe market prices. And then I followed it up by like going through all the like I looked into what prices were set for go visit the cycle shop. Oh, okay. I went on the Warframe market, saw what the prices were for each of those sets, and then told the guy what prices they were. And then he just starts like giving me like, he just starts mouthing off and like disrespecting me. No. I want red. Yes, and it matches with the helmet. Yeah, I'm taking that. Appreciate it. Alright. But like, I just didn't like the way dude was talking to me. I tried to like shut down his disrespect, and then he just kept being a dick. But after the interaction was over, I couldn't stop thinking about it because I felt real disrespected by the way that dude was talking. So I went over to the Warframe subreddit to expose the guy. I tried my best to censor out his name in the screenshots. Yes, I screenshotted all the messages. But there was one spot that I didn't censor his name because I didn't notice it. And so half the people in the replies of that post was telling me, yeah, nice try, but you still didn't fully censor the guy's name. And the rest of the comments was all pretty much defending the guy. And like, yeah, it was some things were kind of suspicious, but like, he does have a point. If you want Warframe market prices, you're better off just going to Warframe market, not trade shit. And I was in there trying to like defend myself to all these dudes in the replies. But like, to be honest, they were right. Like in hindsight, like they were right. Trade chat cats be weird as a motherfucker on Warframe, bro. And I'm not gonna lie, that interaction pissed me off so much. Like, I think like the next day after I posted that, one of the moderators of that subreddit took my post down. I don't even think they gave me a reason. I don't even know if they had a justifiable reason. They just took the shit down. And so they ended up reaching out to me about like them taking the shit down. And I ended up like responding to them being like, thank you. I wasn't happy with that shit being up and all that. So I was like, thank you. I was like, thank you. And he was like, well, I'm glad you understand why we did it. To be honest, I don't understand why they took my fucking post down. But I'm glad they did, because I feel like there's a few things that you can do on the internet that would lock you in as like a guaranteed degenerate. And I felt like posting on Reddit was one of those things. Especially the way that I just did. Right? And so like, when I found out that that post was removed, I was happy. Because that took a little bit of weight off my shoulders. Finally got to stop getting spammed with replies that day. Got the opportunity to just move on, right? But I'm not gonna lie, I could not get that interaction with that dude out of my head. So I ended up like taking a several month-long break from Warframe just because of that. Like, it was bad. That shit really had me heated. But yeah, like, I think I ended up deleting Reddit after that happened. As well, because I felt like I just needed to push that app away from me if I wanted to stay away from the degenerate lifestyle. But now, even though I have that app deleted, I still get notified of like certain Reddit posts. But because I don't have the app anymore, it just sends all these notifications to my email. So now I just get spammed with emails every now and then from like Reddit, telling me about Reddit posts. And it's kind of annoying. Yeah, that's what happened with my Reddit. There's also two other there's two other social media apps that I deleted for other reasons. Twitter was the first one. The other one was Instagram. Let me talk about what happened with Twitter first. Pretty much, like, after the Kendrick Drake battle happened, like between the aftermath of the battle, the songs that came out of it, the conversation of who won the battle, and even like when the lawsuit got dropped, like the whole lawsuit with Drake trying to sue Kendrick's record company because of defamation and all that. Like when that was going on, there was a lot of conversation and there was a lot of toxicity on Twitter because of that. And I remember, like, the actual aftermath of the battle wasn't that bad. But once the lawsuit got dropped, like, once the lawsuit came out for defamation, and people started discussing that and arguing about that on Twitter, it just got really bad. You know what I mean? And as someone who was on Kendrick's side of the beef over Drake for that shit, it just, I guess it just kind of rubbed me the wrong way or something. And, like, it also didn't help that the main way that Twitter keeps you on its platform as much as possible is by just pushing content towards you that pisses you off as much as possible. Because they know that rage-inducing posts are more likely to keep you on their platform than, like, content you actually enjoy. Which I think is what all social medias do now. Because, you know, they all gotta be the same fucking thing over and over again. Instead of just doing their own thing. But, yeah, so, like, it just got really bad and nasty on Twitter. And then, like, for some reason, the app kept recommending me to, like, conversations that Drake stans were having and, like, talking points that they were giving about the situation, even though the takes were absolutely brain dead. Like, they had the most brain dead takes, but I ended up refusing to respond to, like, most of those posts. And I kept all, like, majority of my Twitter posts as wholesome as possible, so then people didn't try to, like, use my posts against me. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't want to say anything too crazy on my Twitter that could then be brought up, like, dug up later on in the future and, like, used against me if I ever end up, like, getting a big enough platform on social media. And eventually that shit just got too damn hectic. I got tired of it, so I just, realistically speaking, I just didn't want to deal with it anymore, so got up out of there. Yeah, I ended up just deleting Twitter because of that. Then Instagram was just kind of weird. Instagram just kept recommending me to some weird, like, sexual fetish shit, and it was weird. And it got to a point where, like, I couldn't, like, nothing on Instagram was just, like, cause I'm gonna be honest, I already don't like going onto Instagram to look at posts. Quite literally, the only reason why I was keeping Instagram for any reason was because, one, I liked posting my own content there for when I, like, want to release a song, back when I released music, or if I wanted to promote something. Granted, I didn't really use it much, but, like, it was also just to, like, stay in tune with, like, all the friends of mine from high school that I followed on Instagram. It was also just to stay in touch with them and to see what they're doing. So like, I ended up like unfollowing a lot of people. That was like a usual thing for me on Instagram. Was after I got to a certain point, I just started unfollowing a bunch of people. And I just like, I got bored of the app. My feed was nothing but unentertaining slop most of the time. And I just got bored of it. I just got off the app. It got to a point where, like, the only time I ever wanted to go on there was just for, like, Gooner material. And I just got bored of it. And also, like, I'm trying not to be a degenerate. I just deleted the app. I still have my accounts. So, like, I can easily just reinstall the apps and just go back to what I was doing before. Maybe even, like, clean up my my recommended and shit, where I don't have just a nasty, like a disgusting feed on my page. Hey! Yeah, that's why I deleted those social medias. So for right now, I'm literally just using, like, YouTube for my 3 YouTube channels. I'm using Twitch for my Twitch page. I'm using TikTok because of my TikTok page, and because TikTok videos are at least somewhat decent. I use TikTok for a lot of similar things than I use Instagram for, but I'm not getting thrown a lot of the nasty shit that I was getting thrown at with Instagram. You know what I mean? I don't have a ponytail yet. If I use bite, is it gonna kill it? No, it will not. Okay. Just to keep in mind, by the way, at this point in the game, this Ponyta is the only fire type that I can get other than the Chimchar line, which, since I chose Turtwig as my starter, Chimchar is not an option. I can get the rest of the starters for all the generations in the post-game once I beat the main story. But for the main story, I'm stuck with Turtwig as the only starter that I can access, which is fine. But it means that I'm very limited as to fire type. And I already know what fighting type I want to use. What route is this? Oh, let me check my map. This is route 206. Let me actually see what Pokemon spawn here. What Pokemon spawn on route 206? Yeah, I just caught a Ponyta. I've already got Geodude, Kricketune, Kricketai. So it looks like, unless I need... Oh, never mind. Stunky's a version exclusive to Brilliant Diamond. I can't even catch Stunky. At least not in this route. At nighttime, is there anything different? Looks like there's a small chance of a Zubat spawn, which I don't need. So... yeah. It looks like I'll need the 10% Bronzor spawn here. And that's probably it. Yeah, probably just that 10% Bronzor spawn, and then we're done with this area. Because we already caught Ponyta. We already own all the rest of the Pokemon that can spawn here. The only thing I need is that Bronzor. And that Stunky, but that's a version exclusive. The Brilliant Diamond. So we can't get that. Just get ourselves a Bronzor, and then we go to the next route, I guess. I do kind of want to see what's up back here, though. So, I ended up watching the Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse movie for the first time tonight, like earlier tonight, and it's a really good movie, not gonna lie. Like, it was worth the watch for sure. I fucked with it. I watched it with my parents. It was a good watch. And I think we're talking about watching the sequel to it tomorrow, the Across the Spider-Verse. Pretty sure we're gonna watch that bad boy tomorrow, which is great. Means that I should be fully caught up on Spider-Man movies. And I'm pretty sure they got a Spider Noir, like, TV show in the works. Which, if that's true, that's fire. Like, for real, for real. I'm pretty sure Wayward Cave is in this area. Yeah, this is Wayward Cave. I'm pretty sure there's a section of this that has a Gibble spawn, but I can't get to that until after I've gotten the Strength HM, which I can't get to until I've beaten, like, what was that girl's name? It's not Diantha. Diana? Whoever that one, the psychic type gym leader, whatever her name is. Alright, well, here's the Bronzor. I can go ahead and catch it and at least be done with all the encounters for Route 206. You're weak to dark type moves, though, so Bite is not an option. Yeah, just spam Razor Leaf a couple times, we should be good. I wonder if Bronzor would be a good replacement for anybody. A Psychic Steel type would be solid. I mean, I guess he could take a Mischievous' spot. You know what I mean? Because what are Ghost types good against? Other Ghost types, Psychic types, and then what else? Alright, Bronzor. I'm not giving you a name, but I think I might add you to the party. Hold on. Okay, let me see your summary. Okay, looks like you have a neutral nature. You have Sirius, okay. Interesting move set. I might be able to flip around some moves, though. Gyro Ball is pretty interesting. But I want to keep Jerry staying no matter what. Staravia and Luxio is putting in some work, so I'll keep them. Weasel, Cricketune is pretty solid right now. Honestly, I think Mischievous is getting out of here. Because Psychic Steel could probably help. Yeah, let me just send Mischievous to the box. Also, the fact that it takes a Dusk Stone to evolve, that is kind of just stinky. You know what I mean? Wayward Cave. I just say Pokemon Emerald. What? I wonder. I think I already went this way. Yeah, I already caught the Bronzor. I don't have to worry about that. I do need to replace the Mischievous picture with a Bronzor picture, though. So, I do have Bronzor on the team, right? Yes, I do. Okay. Let me go ahead and do this. Pokemon Bronzor Genji. Alright. Save image. Bronzor. There. Alright. Slot 4. Hold on. If I do this, go to my downloads and delete the Mischievous picture. It should automatically remove Mischievous, which it does. Click the browse button, put Bronzor, and then bam. Bronzor is now in the box. Cool. With that done, let's just keep it pushing. Yeah, so it looks like every Pokemon in this section of the map, I've now caught. The only Pokemon I still need from Wayward Cave is Gible, which, unfortunately, I don't think I can catch right now. Okay. It doesn't help that I don't have Flash to go through this area with, so it's just kind of stinky. Ah. Dun 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 dun. Dun dun dun. I mean, I don't even think a repel would help. I've gone a total of like maybe 3 steps in between the last battle and this one. I'm already in another battle. Like, you know how crazy that is? Like how fast you just get another encounter in this area? Like, damn, if I was shiny hunting, I'd be eat. But I'm not shiny hunting. I'm just trying to see if I can access the part of Wayward Cave that I can catch Gible in. Oh my god. I'm not gonna lie, I'm getting the fuck up out of this cave. I'm gonna go insane if I stay in here. I'm just gonna assume I can't access the part of the cave with Gible in it because I'm pretty sure I'm gonna need strength. I'm also hoping I can get fucking Flash by that point so I can see in here better. And then hopefully by that point, I'll have Pokemon on my team who's a high enough level to where if I use a repel in this area, it won't be... it'll actually do work. You gotta be kidding me. Oh my god, I'm just trying to get out of this fucking cave, dude. I wish there was a speed up button, bro. I genuinely do. I'm playing a legit copy of this game, so I don't have access to the speed up button. But if I had that shit, I promise you I'd be using it right now. This shit is ridiculous. But now that we've caught Bronzor, I could actually try my best to avoid the tall grass. Now we are... This is why I want to avoid the tall grass with all these damn encounters. Makes me kind of glad that Pokemon has moved over to, like, the overworld encounters instead of just run into tall grass and get a randomized Pokemon every time. Kind of glad they're doing that now. So yeah. But here's what I'm thinking for this setup, right? I'm thinking, like, for this streaming setup, I'm thinking we leave it how it is for now, and maybe we keep using it for the rest of my Shining Pearl playthrough. And then maybe I start using it for, like, other playthroughs in the future. But maybe for, like, maybe instead of using it for the ZA setup, maybe I just keep using the same setup I used before and just start adding to that setup, you know? Because honestly, I don't think I want to use this setup for ZA. I like the way this setup looks, don't get me wrong, but I kind of like just the old school one that I've been using before. The only thing that I like about this setup that I don't have to worry about if I were to use it for Legend ZA is that I wouldn't have to worry about what's it called? I wouldn't have to worry about the... Oh, damn, already? Why? Okay, I got the Versus Seeker. Cool. Oh, nice. Honestly, I want to get another monitor for my setup because if I can, like, that wouldn't be a bad thing, to be honest. I wouldn't mind using this setup for, like, Legend ZA. I just feel like we're too far in. Like, we've already done my first stream on Legend ZA, so I want to do the rest of the streams with the setup it had before. But once I get, like, a new once I get, like, a second monitor to set this up with, I just feel like this will be, like, way easier. Things like that. I got grass knot now. That's fire. So Route 207, eh? But yeah, once I get a second monitor, it won't matter what kind of setup I use for these. Because I'll be able to see my screen no matter what. Alright, Shining Pearl. Only Pokemon that spawn here is Geodude, Machop, and Kricketot. Okay, so if anything, I can actually just go ahead and skip. Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and skip these encounters because it doesn't look like there are any encounters I need for this route. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get up out of here. You feel what I'm saying? There we go. Alright, I am gonna have to deal with some double battles by the looks of things up here. Let's run these hands. Ponyta and Pachirisu. This is a horrible team to have against these two. Wow, okay. Well, I will take the Intimidate. Honestly, I don't think there is anything I can use to counter Pachirisu. So I think I have to just hope that Jerry could put some work in here and swap into, like, a Weasel to handle the Ponyta. Interesting. Okay. So if I use, I don't know, Growth with this Pokemon, and then use Water Gun on you, Ponyta tackles the Weasel. Okay. Holy shit. You're joking, right? Alright, so I Growth with you. Okay, Water Gun lands. Doesn't even kill. Gotta be kidding. Alright. Now you do that, and then I switch Weasel out for... I don't really know. Kricketune, maybe? He's weak to Ponyta, but he can at least, like, be neutral or resist the Pachirisu's moves. Yeah, and this Ponyta's just been spamming Tackle the whole time anyways, so... yeah, beating them attacks. That Paralysis is fucking nasty, though. Okay. One more Razor Leaf should help. I'm gonna Fury Cutter the Pachirisu. Okay. Flame Charge. Okay. Kricketune is pretty tanky, so that's good. He's gonna be able to tank a hit or two. So there's the Ponyta down, and as long as I don't get paralyzed, as long as my Kricketune doesn't get fully paralyzed this turn, he should be able to defeat the Pachirisu here. Swift. Okay. I'll take it over Tackle. Appreciate you, Weasel. And the full paralysis. That is ass. Well, I'm just gonna bite and then Fury Cutter. Quick attack. At the very least, Kricketune can tank some hits. So there we go. Pachirisu's down. My team is pretty weakened up, though, which is scary. Okay. Pretty good, pretty good. Roar? Nah, I'm good. It's a very niche move. I am not trying to use that. Alright. Okay. Give me this item. Appreciate it. Hello, caveman dude, cave mountain climber dude. We're about to enter a fucking cave. Great. Dun, 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 dun. So we get this trainer battle out of the way. I'm pretty sure the next city is the city for the third gym leader. I think. Okay. After I finish with this trainer battle, I do want to check up on the rest of this route before entering this cave. I don't have anything to counter Steel. But let's think about it, right? Steel's only weaknesses are fire, fighting, and ground. I don't have any ground types, don't have any fighting types, don't have any fire types. Nor do I have any Pokemon with that type of coverage. But at the very least, it is part Psychic type, which I do have Bite on Jerry. So I could just Bite spam on my boy Jerry. Yeah, it does say super effective. It's not stab, but it'll at least be... That was pretty good damage. Payback is scary. It's gonna be doubled. The damage, I think, was actually doubled there because I had hit him first. There we go. I think it was actually supposed to be 100 base power on that payback. And it did, like, fuck all. I think that's just because Grodel's a naturally tanky Pokemon. Am I able to get up there in any way? Might be able to from down here. Oh, let me try it. No, I cannot. Actually, there is a way I can go through there, through this way. Yeah. And then there's this trainer battle right here. We go up those steps. Maybe we go... I'm not really sure what the better option between these directions are. I'm not gonna lie, my Pokemon are in really bad shape right now. What if I just bite spam on it and just take the hits for like any flying type moves? Well, if I keep one-tapping things with Jerry, I won't have to worry about anything dying. Chimchar? Weasel's at 7 HP and paralyzed. I don't have anything to handle fire types. Well, I guess you're fully healthy, so I guess I can risk letting Staravia get cooked. Literally. Intimidate's gonna be very useful against this guy too. Think. Okay, perfect. Then we got one more Pokemon to go up against on this guy's team, and then yay! Level 17 on Bronzor. Geodude? Yeah, we can send Jerry back out here for that one. Alright. Let Jerry take care of this Geodude and then finish off this trainer battle after that. And then I want to go through the rest of this route. And on one hand, I want to just go ahead and just run through the cave, speed run through, maybe catch some Pokemon that's in the cave in the process, and then just hit up the Pokemon Center on the other side, like once I get to the next town. Speaking of which, let me look at the town map real quick. I need to go through Mount Coronet, all the way through to Route 208, and then Heart. Okay, so good to know I'm not going all the way up here and shit. What's this? Oh, Spear Pillar? Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm definitely gonna finish the rest of this, like... The rest of the activities that I can do in this route, I want to finish up with that. And then I can either, one, backtrack to Eterna City to heal at the Pokemon Center there, then go all the way back through, or I can just say, fuck it, we ball, finish up with this route, and then just go through to the cave, do what I need to do in the cave, go to Route 208, do what I want to do there, and then go all the way through to Heart Home without any Pokemon Center trips until after the trip is over with. Which honestly, I'm kind of leaning more towards the first option, but I do think the second option is pretty fun. However, half the team is weak as shit right now. Well, that's a lie. Weasel's weak as shit. Weasel's weak as shit. Bronzor's weak as shit because I just caught him. Krickettoon's like half health with paralysis. Weasel also has paralysis. Luxio's at like maybe 75% health-ish, but he's poisoned. And then Jerry's also at around like 75% health. So like Staravia and then Jerry are probably the only Pokemon that's like fully good to go in battle. And really it's just Staravia because he's the only one still at like anywhere near full health. You know what I mean? Jerry and Luxio right now are around the same health. But because Luxio is poisoned, he's more cooked. Yeah, especially with how much he's losing from each turn. We're just gonna keep switching after each one if I can. Because I'm not gonna lie, right now between my starter, Staravia, and Luxio. The three of them are kind of just the three musketeers of the team right now. They're just kind of like the big three of the squad. The rest of the team are just kind of backseat gaming for all these battles. Hey! Oh, that is fire. A rare candy? Oh, shit. And then get a dire hit. I'm not gonna lie. I don't know what y'all's opinions on X items are. I've seen them in battles, and they are kind of, like, broken if you can get a few off. And, like, I have seen some do really good in Pokemon battles. And, like, help you really good. But, honestly, I personally don't like using them. I just think it uses up a turn to activate it, and then, like, you go dummy. Like, assuming you don't get fucking one shot off rip, just kind of get clipped and shit. Like, I just don't know if I like that, you know? This is gonna be neutral. Okay. One more bite would guarantee the kill. I'm gonna guarantee that kill. Finishing off this first Pokemon with just one more left on this person's team. Alright, cool. Weasel level 22. Machop. Alright. I'm gonna switch to Staravia here to just easily take care of the rest of this battle. And, I'm not gonna lie. I think the next stream you guys are gonna be seeing from me is actually going to be the next, Pokemon Legends ZA stream. Now, I do want to mention real quick the reason why I haven't streamed Legends ZA in like a while and shit. And that's just purely because I didn't want to start streaming Legends ZA again until after I finished making the video related to that. You know what I mean? I wanted to turn like the stream VOD from that, the VOD from that stream, I wanted to edit it down into an actual, like, YouTube video. Before, like... And then after I finished editing it, I wanted to post it before doing another, Legends ZA stream. But it just took so long to do because of how much footage there was. So I might try to limit myself to like 2 to 3 hours per like Legends ZA stream. Honestly, I'll give that first stream a pass just because it was the first stream of that series. But now that we've gotten the series off the ground and we've gotten the first episode, I guess, out of the way, I do want to start like limiting myself to a certain amount of time. Like, probably like 2 hours each stream. At most, maybe 3 hours. I'm not really wanting to edit another 4.5 hours worth of footage for a single video again, to be quite honest with you. Alright. I did heal, right? I didn't just go all the way back just to not heal? Okay, good. So now that I've healed, I can skip 206, I can skip the cave and all that, get to the other side, and then just go straight through to Mount Coronet. I want to see if there's any Pokemon I can catch there, battle all the trainers in that area, and then go to Route 208, see about catching any Pokemon there. I think there might be like a side-up encounter here or something. Uh-oh. What Pokemon spawn in Mount Coronet? Bulbapedia. Actually, I saw the Cerebi listing. I wanted to go through that instead. I think it's about nighttime right now. So Meditite spawns here, Chingling spawns here, and Cleffa spawns here. Interesting. So there's 3 encounters that I need to get here. Okay. I wonder if I can get any encounters out of the boulders that I smashed. Alright, so there's nothing up here. What up here? Okay, there's the exit. Hey! Cleffa's the rarest spawn here. That's the first Pokemon I find? I'm not complaining, but damn. You're part fairy type already, right? So this shouldn't... Okay, perfect. It actually kind of did too little damage, to be honest. Let's see how this goes. 2 Wiggles, that's not bad. Okay, I'm glad that Sweet Kiss missed. Let's go. Yay! Send Cleffa to the box. Yes, sir. Okay, so I need to... I think I can go through this Rock Smash route to reach the same outcome as the other. I believe, yep, that is correct. So I do just want to run like this. Luckily, this is a very easy section to get through. I just want to find and catch the last couple of Pokemon I'm missing from this area. I want to get them out of the way, and then go from there. I think the last ones are Meditite. It's Meditite and something else. Cleffa was one of them, but we caught the Cleffa. It was Meditite and Chingling. Chingling sucks ass. Meditite's pretty cool. But I already have a fighting type in mind for what I want to use for this playthrough. Come on. There we go. Shit. You know what's really cool about Gen 4? It's that, like, honestly, I had this idea of, like, maybe becoming like doing a challenge where I only use a specific type, where I choose a certain typing in Pokemon, and I just only catch Pokemon of that type to use on my team. You know what I mean? I just think that would be really cool. I will be honest, I think these 2 encounters I'm looking for are each, yeah, both of them are 10% encounters, so they're kind of on the rarer side of Pokemon that spawn here. So we're just going to keep hunting for them. I wonder if this is going to be the first stream I do of Shining Pearl, where I don't end up battling a gym by the end of it. Unless Heart Home has a gym. If Heart Home has a gym, I'll probably battle it by the end of the stream and, like, get that badge out of the way. If Heart Home doesn't have a gym in it, then I think I'm just gonna, you know what I mean? There we go. Hey, Meditite. Alright. We need to get this guy captured. And then after that, I just need to find Chingling, and then I'll be done. Okay. Well, this guy's definitely not going down after that. but I'm trying to see, will a bite get him killed? If I hit him with bite, no. Okay, that's actually a really good spot HP-wise to leave him at. Alright, we caught Metatite. Now with Metatite out of the way, we just need to get that Chingling encounter, and then we're done with this route. I think the only Pokemon so far that we've actually missed when going through here is like the Psyduck encounter from that one area. Then other than the Psyduck encounter and maybe like fishing encounters, just because I don't have a fishing rod yet, I think I'm at a point now where I could have gotten the old rod, I just missed it. And I think I know where that spot is at too. I just didn't get it when I was there, because I'm dumb. So I think once I get Fly, like once I get access to Fly, I'll probably just fly over there, grab that old rod, take care of that route. Feel what I'm saying? Unless it has me circle back into that area at all. Alright, let me just look at this town map before going into another battle. Like, I'm going to Hearthome. My theory is that, like, maybe I have to go back to Jubilife and then go left. Like, over to Route 218 and then... No, that's over to Canalave, okay. But maybe I do still have to go here. Or, maybe I have to go back to Sand Gem and then go down. Like, to Route 219. We're just throwing out some ideas right now. Of, like, where the old rod could be. Dun, dun, dun. I could have sworn the way you got the old rod in these games was there was this like schoolgirl or something that was standing at a dock and she had like the old rod on her and she was like waiting for her boyfriend while she was there, but her boyfriend never showed up, so she just gave you the fishing rod. That's what I'm thinking happened. Or at least that's... I remember there being an NPC who was just like a schoolgirl waiting on her boyfriend, but he never showed. But I want to say that's who you got the old rod off of, but I'm probably wrong about that. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. The only way I can see myself using a Pokemon in this game that's not from Gen 4 is if I get a shiny. For example, if I get a shiny Zubat, I will gladly use a shiny Crobat on my team. Gladly. I don't even care. Another Metatite. I'm not gonna lie. I want to finish up here in Mount Coronet, get the Chingling caught. Then I want to go through Route 208, and then once I get to Hearthome and I heal at that Pokemon Center, I want to actually like pull up a list of every single Gen 4 Pokemon. And I just want to write down, like, what Pokemon I want to use for the team on Shining Pearl. I just kind of want to map out a team, so I have an idea. I know for a fact that Jerry the Grotle, he's a permanent team member. Once he evolves into Torterra, he's not leaving the team. Okay, that's a fact. I know that the second team member that's going to be on the team is a Lucario. I'm also planning on having the theme of this team, like, based off of, like... I want to name all the team members that I'm keeping permanently. All the permanent team members, I want to name, like... I want their names to be based off of, like, friends of mine. I'm really hoping that my mom didn't get me sick, bro. My mom got, like, caught something. I think she caught, like, just a cold or the flu or something. So it's nothing too crazy. But she already gave it to my stepdad. And I'm not sure if she, like, gave it to me or anything like that, you know what I mean? I mean, I've definitely come in contact with her. She's my mom, but... I don't think we've made contact in a way that could, like, get me sick from her, to be fair. There you go. There's the Chingling I'm hunting for. Alright, Chingling. I know I can't use Bite against you because you're weak to that, so... I'm just gonna throw a Pokeball and see what happens. I don't know what this guy's catch rate is. I'll take it. You know what? I'd spent a good little minute trying to find this little bastard, so I'm glad it paid off like that. Mega Drain? You're a physical attacker, though. I don't know if I want Mega Drain. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Nah, I'm good. Mega Drain is decent at this point in the game, but when I'm using a physical attacking Pokemon, I just don't really want a special move like that on it. You know what I mean? Alright, we're done with this area, though. Time to move on. Alright, Route 208. Let me go ahead and get this trainer battle out the way. I'm really worried I'm not going to be able to access that ladder just because of that. In Route 208. What Pokemon spawn in this area? Oh, there's actually a 30% chance of a Psyduck spawn. So I'm gonna want to stick around to catch that Psyduck. It's actually the most common Pokemon in this route. So I want to go ahead and catch that Psyduck and just battle all the trainers and collect all the items in this route. Then I want to get to Heart Home, heal at the Pokemon Center to make sure my team's all good. And then once that's done, I want to start mapping out what the team's gonna look like for this game. Let me get this path out of the way real quick. Let me go ahead and get this trainer battle out of the way with this guy. Then I want to see what's on the rest of this section. And then once this is out of the way, then I'll just go back to the map. Just like how the way thing is paved out. Shit. Are ground types super effective against fighting types? Like, if you got in a battle, like, you use Torterra against, like, a Machoke, right? If your Torterra was battling a Machoke, and let's say you, use Earthquake against it. Would that Earthquake be super effective against a Machoke? That was a stupid way to explain that. Yay, an X-Speed. Pardon me, sir. Okay. Let's keep it pushing. Get these trainer battles out of the way. I do see some tall grass up here, so I'm gonna finish going through this little mountainy bit. Get to the grass. Hunt for and catch a Psyduck to get the catches out of the way. And then we can get up out of this route. Well, I can battle the rest of the trainers, collect the rest of the items, and then get the fuck up out of this route. Feel me? Okay. Good to know I dodged that. I'm gonna go ahead and bite you to finish you off since you're at 1 HP. anything would have killed you. Just didn't feel the need to waste a Razor Leaf PP for that. Alright, perfect. Yeah, we're getting all this pocket money from, like, all these Poké Dollars from beating these trainers is going to be really helpful. I wonder what a good money maker would be once you battle every trainer and defeat them. Okay, we got a Pokeball. Nice. Okay, the Mountain bit is done. We got the rest of these trainers, and we got a Psyduck to catch. I'm not gonna lie, despite the Psyduck being the most common Pokemon on this route, it's definitely gonna take a few tries. Like, as you can see, I got Meta-type first try. So we're just gonna run around in this grass for a bit until we find a Psyduck, and then I'm gonna try to catch the Psyduck, and then, yeah, just go from there. You know, assuming I don't get things like Bidoof and Meta-type over and over again for like 20 minutes. I hope this doesn't end up being the Chingling hunt all over again. Okay. I guess I can head up to this, like, that girl that was right next to me. I guess I can start walking towards her. And if I don't get in a wild battle on the way to her, I can see if she has a battle. Like this girl up here. Yeah. Let me go ahead and get this trainer battle out of the way so I don't have to worry about, like, while hunting for Snorlax, well, for Psyduck, just, like, ending up accidentally getting in her way and initiating this battle. Yeah, this is a horrible matchup. I'm just gonna spam Bite with Jerry, to be honest. She has another Pokemon behind this anyways. Okay, we got the Combee out of the way. So there's that. There's another Pokemon behind it. What is it? Roselia? Yeah, switch over to Staravia. Let Staravia take out this Pokemon and finish this trainer. And then after this, we can go back on the Psyduck hunt. Yep. And then Wing Attack. Wonder if this fucker has, like, Poison Point or something. Yup, it has Poison Point. I fucking knew it. What was the other option? I know Poison Point is one of those abilities. I could have sworn she had access to another one. Roselia? I don't remember what the other one was called. Like, maybe like Effect Spore? No, I'm thinking of Shroomish for that one. I don't know. Maybe she had it. Maybe Roselia had it too. I don't know. Dun, 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 da 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 da. Okay, what's the chances of running into... Okay, I guess Bidoof is the second most common Pokemon in this area behind Psyduck. But bro, like, Machop is a 10%, Meditite's a 10%. How am I not getting the 30% encounter here? That shit is insane to me. On the bright side, we're almost done with this route. God, bro, I'm just getting Meditites over and over again. Why do I feel like I'm more likely to get a damn shiny than I am to finally get this Psyduck? Well, we're gonna keep hunting until we find it, so. We're on the verge of hitting an hour and a half with stream time, so. There's the Zubat. A 20% Zubat encounter. I think the only thing we haven't seen yet is Psyduck and Bibarel. We've seen at least one of everything else. I've seen so many Meditites on this route. Like, bro. Like, I spent a good couple minutes hunting for Metatite inside of that cave. I catch one while in that cave, come out here, and just get spammed with it. Like, that is insane. I'm not gonna lie, if I catch a shiny Machop, I wouldn't mind evolving it all the way through, but I don't know if I'm gonna use it. Pure fighting type when I already got a fighting type lined up with Lucario? I just don't see the point. Like, earlier I was talking about how, like, I had this idea of, doing a challenge where I play through an entire Pokemon game only using one type of Pokemon. And honestly, the reason why I bring that up is because I feel like... Oh, there's Bibarel. Literally the only Pokemon I haven't seen now is Psyduck. But back to the conversation I was having. I'm thinking like the Gen 4 games, I just feel like is a really good game to do that challenge with if you want to do ground types. Like, there's Psyduck. There we go. And now that we've found this bastard, let's try to catch it. But, like... Ooh. Let me just throw a Pokeball to test the waters a little bit. Alright, we got it. That's fine with me. Means we're done with trying to catch wild Pokemon for right now, and then we can move on. Get your ass in the box and get the fuck up out of here. Okay. So we got this trainer battle to do. There's a house up there I want to check out, and then looks like after that we can get up out of this route. Finally enter the new town. But as I was saying, like, I just feel like this generation would be a really cool generation to, like, do a like a ground type only challenge. Like, you could start out with Turtwig to get Torterra. Then you can catch, like, you can get Garchomp on your team. For the time being, you can have, like, Pokemon like the Geodude line. Gastrodon is pretty good, like a water ground type. Only weakness it has is a 4 times weakness to grass. Which is actually a... Which is fine. Kind of balances out. Especially since it has, like, coverage moves like Ice Beam. Like, that's insane. Having access to a coverage move like Ice Beam is disgusting. Won't even lie to you. Wonder what this house is, especially since it has a sign outside of it. But yeah, if you guys would love to see like a thing where I go through and I play this game using nothing but ground types, let me know. Oh, this is the Berry Master? Okay. Damn, my leg is asleep. Uh-huh. Hey, Ganlon Berry. I bet. Fuck my leg. Oh, you can actually buy some berries on this person. Okay, good. Ooh. My foot is like crazy asleep. So I just need to adjust it. Hello. And hello. Upload. Heart Home City. A Veneeri pulling up on me for what? Okay. Kira, huh? Contest hall? Oh my god, that's a required part of the story. Okay, so Route 209 is that way. Wait, if I talk to you... No. Oh. Don't tell me I just walked into the contest hall. Oh, is this that one place? The Pokemon fan club or whatever? Yep. Hey, poppin' case. I don't know what the fuck this is for, but I'll take it. Okay. Might be a good idea to get the contest hall shit out of the way. Coffin house. The fuck building is that? For all I know, maybe that's a contest hall. I do want to go ahead and heal the team real quick. For a couple reasons. I want to make sure if I get whited out that I get sent here instead of that what's it called city. Oh, this is Fantina's, the Fantina gym city. Yeah, the Heart Home Gym. If Fantina, I think Fantina's the psychic type gym leader. Yeah, there's Fantina. I think it actually wants me to compete in a contest. So I guess I'll go ahead and get this out of the way, then I'll like start handling other shit. Oh, what? An ethereal sticker? Okay. A tuxedo? Okay. So how much did my mom have to spend on a tuxedo? Okay, I'll take it. Not yet. Explore Heart Home City. Oh, I don't have to actually compete. I just had to show up here. Okay, say less. I can just do my own thing around here. I assume I have to reach a certain spot in the city. Hold on, am I allowed to just access this? What's in here? Is this a museum? What the fuck? This looks like a church. There we go. Oh, just want to talk to dude right here. Okay. Talk to the kid. That sounds crazy. Cool. Talk to old man right here. Okay. The Poppin' House. Alright, let's check out what this place is like. Oh, so you can use berries to cook coffins. And I guess you can come here to learn. I guess you can come here to also just straight cook, I guess. So if I say yes to this, is this guy gonna fuck off? Maybe give me a good rod or something? I mean, to be fair, good rods are probably like mid-game items, to be honest. Amity Square. care about Amity Square, to be honest. I think Amity Square is like where you unlock the ability of like having Pokemon that can walk with you. This guy. What a devil. With 4 Pokemon. You had to start with a Starly, huh? Also, nice battlefield, like... A nice battlefield, bro. This shit's nice. Dozing off. It must be sleepy. Okay. Well, that's not good. This thing has quick attack, too. I should have just swapped from the beginning. Wonder why he didn't quick attack there. He could have easily gotten the kill. Unless he predicted a switch. Oh no, Luxio is good for this. Okay. I know he's gonna have a Monferno in the back. Unless he's still... I just refuse to evolve his Chimchar. So he's gonna have his starter, which I don't think I have anything to actually use against. Roselia. Okay, I'm gonna use Staravia against that. Actually, I do have Weasel if he has Chimchar or Monferno. At this point, you'd think it would be a Monferno by now, but I could have sworn there was like one battle at this point in the game that you did against Barry where you just didn't have his Pokemon evolve, even though it was a high enough level to be evolved. Well, that's ass. Down to his last Pokemon. Okay. Monferno? Okay, yeah, he did actually evolve it. Lovely. We switch over to Weasel. Big Weasel. That was a badass ball animation. If you spent less time focusing on little cosmetic stuff like that and more time focused on actually training your team, you might have had a team ready to go to actually defeat me. But nope. Stealth Rock on a Monferno? I didn't even know it could learn Stealth Rock. I promise you, Infernape is not the type of Pokemon you want to have out there for the sake of setting up hazards. That's a glass cannon type of Pokemon. You want it to be as strong and as fast as possible. Veilstone City. Okay. I'm gonna hit up the Pokemon Center, and then I guess, yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and heal the team. Okay, so here's what I want to do, right? I'm gonna pull up a list. All Sinnoh Pokemon list, right? Let's just look through this, right? So, there's the starters, Staraptor, okay. This is not the type of list I want to be looking at, I'm not gonna lie. List of Gen 4 Pokemon. Alright, this is the type of list I'm looking for. Even though it's missing Roselia. Oh wait, maybe it's because Roselia is actually from like Gen 2, and they added Badoo and Roserade to the line. Yeah, Gen 4 did kind of give already existing Pokemon a bunch of like evolutions and baby forms, so. Okay, so looking through here, I know for a fact Torterra and Lucaria are gonna be on the team. We've now gotten to the point where we're looking at legendaries. Okay, so, hold on. Let me pull out like a notepad for the time being. I pull out the notepad. Okay. So... Pokemon I used for Brilliant Diamond. Infernape, Roserade, Staraptor, Weavile, Garchomp, and then let me just look through the rest of this shit. Oh, Magnezone, that was the other one. Pokemon I want to use for Shining Pearl team. Torterra, Lucario. So with Torterra and Lucario on the team, that eliminates Garchomp as an option. That eliminates Magnezone as an option. Yeah, we're not using any legendaries. We're not using anything that overlaps typings. Not using none of that. Alright, let's see here. I mean, Luxray could work. You know what I mean? Bastiodon is a rock steel type, so it could work. No, it couldn't. No, it couldn't. We have Lucario. Drifblim is a ghost flying type. Honchkrow is a dark flying type, but it's also Virgin exclusive to Brilliant Diamond. Same with Stuntank. I I mean, I guess I could use, like, non-Gen 4 Pokemon. Or just start using, like, a bunch of the same Pokemon I used for previous runs. Like, I could put Weavile on the team again. I'd love to use, like, Electivire. But maybe I stick with, like, using Luxray. I'm thinking maybe we stick to using Luxray, right? Maybe we use Weavile again, maybe. That'll have 4 team members covered. And then for the last 2, can't use Roselia. Well, can't use Infernape because it's a starter. Can't use Roserade because it's Torterra. Can't use Garchomp because it's Torterra. Can't use Magnezone because of Lucario. So that's that for the old team. I could use Staraptor again. Do I want to? I mean, I guess I wouldn't mind putting Crobat. That's the only idea I have, is just throwing Crobat on the team, to be honest. How to get Togepi in BDSP. Grand Underground. Uh-oh. Well, I was thinking about maybe using Togekiss. But the only ways to get Togekiss, like any of the Togepi line, is either post-game or through the Grand Underground. I don't even know if that's worth doing. I have to get outside. We like a 10% encounter in some of these areas. Something right here. Okay, there we go. Everything for this area was dug up. Fuel. The Shinx up there. Psyduck. Well, if I'd have known Psyduck spawns down here, I would have probably just came here to catch one. I did see a Houndoom. I know damn well that fucker's gonna be insane level-wise. I don't see anything I need in here, so I'm gonna get up out of here. Let's go to the next room. Oh, wow. Is that a fossil? That is a fossil. Oh, I got it. Okay. I think that's the one for shield on as well. We got an armor fossil. Let's go. That's a massive W. I think that's a version exclusive as well. We got an armor fossil, bro. That's a big W. The fact I got a fossil is crazy. I wonder when I'll be able to uncover that bad boy. Reconfirm. Okay, well I got 2 of the 3 things that was up here. That's fine. I don't really know what these spheres are used for, but kind of glad I got them now. Maybe I go talk to the guy that I got the Explorer kit from, and then see what he's willing to do for me. Ooh. TM Calm Mind. That is a pretty good TM to get. There's a Rhyhorn right there. Wonder if I have one yet. Come here, Rhyhorn. You're gonna be a little bit of a bitch to catch. I remember your catch rate being stupid. I'm gonna fight you a couple times with my boy Jerry. Level 29. Oh shit. Num num. Oh, that did nothing. Horn attack. Okay. Luckily, we're both pretty tanky. We need Razor Leaf since you're a higher level than me. Still did enough to kill. Wow. Okay. I guess it's fine. Give me a level up for Jerry. Hypnosis for Bronzor? Alright. I'll get rid of Imprison for it, I guess. Cool. Bro's psychic type moves were absolute cheese. Oh shit. There we go. Ah. A large sphere. Gastrodon statue. Yay. I don't think I'm gonna get this. Yeah. Thank you. I found a large blue sphere, but couldn't get it. I was like 2 or 3 hits off, too. There we go. 4 confirmed. Two large red spheres. Yay! Volcanic cave. What's this? Karupi. Anything else down here? Matter of fact, come here, Skarupi. Level 29. Jesus Christ. This is probably gonna be resisted. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm just gonna Fury Cutter spam, I guess. Nano shot? Oh shit. Ah! Wasn't trying to kill him. It's whatever. Slash, okay. I guess I'll get rid of Struggle Bug for Slash. No, Onyx. No, Onyx. Don't touch me. Although I could use some of the rock types down here for easy leveling. Ah, shit. We did just hit the 2-hour mark. Oh, don't touch me. There's a Lickitung. Meh. For now, I ain't tripping. If I see like a Munchlax down here or something, then I'll try to catch it. Otherwise, I'm really just gonna try to prioritize like revealing all the rooms. Magby, interesting. If I could catch a Magby and at least have a Magmar on my team. I think the item to get Magmortar is locked until the post game, if I remember correctly. Oh, is this one of them half and half rooms? Give me that item. Charcoal. Yay. Run, 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 run. Don't let Skorupi touch you. Skorupi and Rhyhorn Engineer. Interesting. The Grand Underground isn't a bad spot to like level grind if you ever decide to go and level grind on here. It's not a horrible spot to level grind at, by me. Ooh. Fancy. Mischievous down here. Okay, there's a Ghastly. I think Togepi was said to have like a 10% chance of spawning in a cave like this. Another Ghastly right there. Okay. Yeah, that's cool. Please let me run. Brother. Come on. Thank you. Bald-headed demon. That, of all TMs you could possibly give me right there, that's the TM you give me? How stinky. Don't touch me. Nice swab, Blue. I wonder what Crobat's hidden ability is. I wonder what the best way to, like, farm evolution stones and shit is in this game. Like, the thing that's nice about, like, modern games, like, Sword and Shield, Scarlet Violet, games like that, is that they give you such a good supply of, like, evolution items that you can find in the world that you'll almost never run into a problem trying to evolve any Pokemon. You know, unless they repeat an evolution method like they did for Gimme. Like, that shit was ridiculous. Like, I fucked with Golden Go, even though I never used him. I thought he was a cool Pokemon. I ain't gonna lie, if he was just easier to obtain. If Golden Go was an easier Pokemon to obtain, I would have used him on my team with no issue. But because of how much of a grind it was to actually get him evolved, he just seemed like one of those last-minute Pokemon you'd get for your Pokedex. Instead of, like, catch a Gimmighoul, grind him out the rest of your team, and then bam, get a Golden Go. I think after this room up here, I'll have uncovered all the rooms. The Big Bluff Cap. Shockwave, I could use that for Luxio. Eh. I'm ready to go back up. Alright, yeah, I think this is the first time I've streamed this game where I don't plan on going up to a gym by the end of it. Alright. That's fine with me, shit. I'm gonna go ahead and call it here, everybody. So like you saw, please go check out the socials, mainly the two YouTube channels, Fate Knox Entertainment, the main YouTube channel for anything YouTube content related, and then there's Fate Knox Live, the live channel where all the stream VODs like this will be going. And then for the people who are watching this on YouTube, please go check out the Twitch, Fate_Knox. Go follow my page and maybe even tune into some streams. I'm trying to get to affiliate as soon as possible, so any support would be greatly appreciated. that all being said, though, my name is Fate. This has been me playing Pokemon Shining Pearl again, and I'll see you guys in the next piece of content that I make. Peace out.